Being a homeowner has shown us a lot of different things that we didn't even know was really important when it came to owning a home. So in today's episode of the Venture Vlogs, walk with me as I show you guys our process of our renovations and what I've learned as a homeowner. The first thing for us was the fence. We had to have our privacy. Now, because we are the ones investing into these renovations, we're going to take our time with it. So we placed the post and we switched over to the inside. We had this wall in our house that separated the living room and the kitchen, which eventually we realized it was taking up a lot of space, especially when we had guests over. And man, when I tell you, opening up that wall and letting that natural light flow in, oh yeah, the vibe in there changed entirely. And in the process of us doing that, our sink broke, so we had to replace that. And my husband took care of it so effortlessly. I'm thankful for him. But y'all, when we were tearing down the walls and taking out the ceiling and replacing things, we started to realize a lot of things were half-assed when other people made this house. And I'm talking about like they could have done a lot better with the renovations. But no worries, this is a journey and it's all about the process. So we finna get this shit right. Installing the new sink felt amazing. But the hardest part for me was putting this damn drywall on the fucking ceiling. I would never do that shit ever again. Heavy ass pieces of material. But after installing that and some new cabinets, this is how our kitchen looks currently. This is not the finishing look on the kitchen. This is something that we just did temporarily. Now from there we had to do the living room, which moving everything out of the living room upstairs or throwing it away was a very motivational process. Getting rid of stagnant energy, old habits, old beliefs, all of those things also went out the door with all of the extra shit that we didn't need either. This part of our process really showed us what to prioritize in our lives individually and our lives together as a family. After that, we switched back over to doing the fence again, putting the pickets on there one by one, doing it as a team, of course, and taking our time with this process because we do live on a slight hill. So we had to make sure to staircase them and also make sure they were straight. Now, it took me a while to know the names of all of these different woods. I'm still in the process of learning them. Like the difference between a picket and a 2x4, 4x6, and all those other different types of woods. Shout out to all the hard-working individuals, man or women, who do these types of works for a living. This shit is not easy. Doing this back part of our privacy fence has really shown me the value of privacy in my relationship and in my home. And not only that, it also showed me how much I value communication and working together as a team to build something that we both see value in. This is our journey that we're learning to navigate through together. And this is something that we want to build, not what others think that we should be building. Not only do we have to set boundaries with outside individuals, but also with ourselves, how we spend our time, money, and energy, which represents the individual piece of wood that builds this fence that protects our home. Which in this part, we didn't finish the whole entire fence, but we got a nice majority of it done, just a nice section of it. And in this section right here, just alone cost us over $100. Imagine how much it'd be for the whole entire fence and having somebody do it professionally. That would have been a lot of money. But we did end up finishing it this winter. And yes, we were outside in the cold finishing the fence. No worries. We had a fire going. It was nice and toasty. We took our little breaks in between to make sure that we did not freeze to death, okay? Especially knowing how cold I get real fast. But here is the complete look. We still have a couple of more things we have to add and fix to the fence, but this is basically the end result. I'm so excited to have completed this a year later. Now let's finish the rest of this fence, okay? But moving on back to the inside of the house, this is what it looks currently after ripping out the carpet. Yes, we don't want carpet in our house anymore. It holds too much nastiness. And we need floors to be more easier to clean and level out with the kitchen. Opening up more walls, letting more natural light come in, and just getting the final blueprint of what we want to do with our home. took us some time and some really intentional thinking to actually plan out. Came up with the idea to add a glass wall, add a deck, sliding door, and many other different things that are going to add more life to our home and give it a lot more space. When I tell y'all it's a journey, this is a journey. We taking trips to Home Depot back to back, packing up our cars. Yes, our cars with material. No, we do not have a truck to be putting all of this in, so my little track in his car was the only ones that we were using to transport any of the material that we had. We were able to go home safely by communicating with each other in our blind spots and just making sure that we drive carefully. Overall, the renovations have been fun and stressful at the same damn time. And knowing that this is only the beginning of our journey, I'm so excited and dedicated to see this shit through. So if you guys want to see part 2 of our home renovations vlog, follow and subscribe for more.